Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go.
Welcome to Unpacking the Home Advantage. My podcast is to help you understand the mortgage loan side through my experience and knowledge. My name is Paige Ashby. Have you had an interest in helping people in the mortgage industry? Want to become a loan officer but don't know where to get started? Well, you're at the right place to get started because there's a lot of information that we're going to dish out today. There's a two-part episode, 23 and 24. The first step in getting started is to get your mortgage license. So I'm so excited to introduce you to our guest, Rocky. He would go over what it takes mentally, how to study, and how to pass your test. And you won't believe the passing ratio in his group. Let's get unpacking. Rocky has been on many podcasts to share his knowledge and help other loan officers pass their test. Welcome, welcome. How
Paige,
are
thanks for
you?
having me. I'm great. Thank
Great.
you. I appreciate it.
So I've been on your Facebook group and just listening in and seeing how all your students, regroup and get this, try to pass this test. So if somebody wants to be a loan officer, how do they start?
Okay. Well, the first thing that you're going to want to do is take your 20-hour pre-licensing class. That's usually what I tell people to do first. Get that out of the way. You're not going to learn much there. It's kind of just a thing you have to do. You have to really study after the fact. That's where we come into play.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Facebook group called MLO Study Buddy. Let's pass the safe exam. We have free nightly classes 6 nights a week. That we
Wow.
cover everything pretty much that needs to be on this test. Plus, we do sell material. We have free groups that you could join when you have study buddies where there's 5 to 8 people. So you get there and then you just start grinding.
Okay, wow.
It's a
So
lot of work.
these classes are free? Anybody
They're
can
free.
join? Okay.
Anyone can join and they're free.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great because a lot of people think they have to pay hundreds of dollars to join these classes. And I've seen some groups, I've done some research, and they're like, if you want to pass, you have to pay $200-300 to join. And it's like, okay, how do you get people to actually want to do it and get motivated to do it if they have to dish out that much money?
Yes, no, I agree. I mean, listen, you're gonna have to invest something into yourself,
Hmm.
right? Like just
Hmm.
like after you pass this test, right? You're gonna want to get coaching. You're gonna want to invest in yourself, right? It's the same thing with
Correct.
this test and studying for this test. And
Hmm.
yeah, you're gonna want to purchase materials. Now we have free classes, which yeah, a lot of other people do charge a lot of money for
Hmm.
classes, and we give them for free. I mean, that's one way that we like to give back to people to help people. That's the whole reason why I started doing this was to help people pass the exam. We did it for free for a couple of years before we charged anything for materials. So that's our main goal, and it's a community. Like you see it, like
Hmm.
it's a community. I have in my class up to 100 people a night in there that are cheering each other on and are supportive. We're a community
Right.
of people that just have the same goal, right? And that's to help people pass the test.
Right. And I feel like, God, your group is just so supportive. It's not just you, I feel like I've seen some just recently where they go on there and they're like, I just joined, I failed my test the first time. And, of course, when you fail, you don't have that confidence anymore. You feel like a loser, you feel like a failure. And I mean, to be brave enough to go into your group and admit that and ask for help, not only you are positive, but the whole group. I see the comments, you can do it, let's go, but you do have to focus. I see that you're fun and easy to talk to, but you are very focused on your courses.
Listen, yeah, I'm hardcore. There's no
Yes.
doubt, but I get the results, right? I mean, in the end of the
Hmm.
day, that's what it's about. I mean, we're going on 3 years doing this now. We have over
Wow.
almost 12,000 people in the group. Over
Wow.
5,000 have passed. The pass rate's over 90%. Yeah, I'm
Wait, the
hardcore,
pass rate is what? The pass rate is what?
over 90%.
Oh my God, that's crazy because what is the normal pass rate? 45, 50 if they went on their own?
49%.
Ooh, wow. Okay. So
49%.
with that high of a pass rate, what's the secret?
Well, if I tell you my secret, Paige, and everyone's gonna want to do it.
Yep. So
Nah,
you guys
I
have to
just
get
believe
on and join.
honestly, I honestly I don't think there's a secret. I think it's I'm passionate and me and my team are passionate
Hmm.
about what we do and helping people and I dedicate my life to it. Honestly, I give it, 16 hours a day. I talk to people all day long. I hop on calls with people, which I don't charge
Oh,
them for that. Yeah, if you
wow.
message me and you say I need
You
help, can you hop on a call with me? I'm going to hop on a call with you. That's what I do. Like, and
well,
that's
that's
what it is.
very
I'm
true.
there for the people. I build
Yeah.
people up. A lot of these people, like you said, after they fail, they're beat down. This test
Oh,
mentally and physically abuses you to a lot of people.
yeah. I
I've
mean,
had people
it's
come in here, took the test 5 times. I failed it 5 times and they were still going. And I just get them to believe in themselves. Like, because I truly believe that anyone can pass this test. Why? Because I've seen just about everyone pass.
Mhm.
Some people struggle more than others. Some people may not be good test takers. I have a lot of people that come through here that English isn't their first language. You
Wow,
know?
wow. Yeah, I mean, I've seen the support in your group. It's just amazing. But I think too with your boot camp, because I hear this thing about the hot seat. What is that about?
Okay, so yeah, that's my classes that I do. I do Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. They start at 8 p.m. Eastern, and last night we ended at 1 a.m.
Oh my
So
God,
I
that's
do like four or
dedication.
5 hours. Yeah, and when people get closer to their test and then within 2 weeks of their test, they come in my class and they put their hand up, and it's
Oh.
optional, but a lot of people do it. I usually get like 20, 25 people a night that put their hand up, and I
Mm.
go through them one by one, 10 minutes each person, and I just ask them questions about
Wow.
the information about the test, and either they know it or they don't. I don't give them multiple choice. I don't give they either you know it or
Oh.
you don't, and it's super successful. I mean, that's how this whole group was built. That's how it started. I
Hmm.
started with after I passed the test, I just started helping people for free. Like, oh, because we had MLO Study Buddy was started because I failed my first time.
Hmm.
I
Yeah, I
failed
mean,
my first time.
I'm not a test taker, so it's like I'm sure there's a lot that is like that. I mean, I can read it, I can memorize it. And I think too, do you agree if you just memorize it, if you
Can't
memorize
memorize
it and
it.
just go, you can't, right?
You can't
Because you have to
memorize it. No.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I have a three-step plan. It's memorize, understand, and then apply, right? So like
Apply.
I
That's
say,
huge.
memorize is like doing your flashcards, right? That's how you're going to memorize, right?
Okay.
Then like reading our study guide, going to the classes, that's how the understanding is going to start to come in. And then the applying it is taking practice tests and see how you're actually applying the information that you know onto the practice test.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if someone wants, if they don't have time, obviously they work, they have a full-time job.
Most people
How
do.
how did they,
Most
okay,
people
so
work, have full-time jobs, has husbands, wives, and kids, right? I mean, that's
mhm.
just the most people that a lot of people that come through this group are probably between 30 and 50,
Oh,
or
wow.
60.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, and they all
S-
have a lot going on, but that's why I hop on calls with people because I break down a plan for each person individually according to, I'll literally say, what time do you wake up in the morning? Okay, what time do you have to
Wow.
make breakfast for your kids? And I'll go through their whole day with them and find the times that they can find to study. And that's why we have a lot of material that we sell that help people, like the Audible
Mm.
flashcards, where we have an app that you could do it. So there's like no excuse, right? You go to the bathroom, you have your phone on you. Instead of going on Facebook or TikTok, do the Audible
Yes.
flashcards. Like I help people find the time and use that time efficiently so
Mhm.
that they can get the best out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, but I think too, a lot of people are very overwhelmed. It's like they
100%.
have like you said, they have a family, they have kids, a job. I mean, and their job is stressful, but they want this so bad that they have to make it happen. And I know you're a night owl. I mean, you stay up until whenever if somebody needs help. And I think I would say 80% of it is strategy. You got to get it together, get a little bit more organized and be accountable to put in the time.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And I think that like the difference I think with a lot of people is especially people who come in that are in their 30s, 40s, or 50s, they haven't studied in a
Mhm.
long time, right? And
Yes.
most people don't know how to study. Listen, that's why I failed my first time. I didn't know how to study. My wife taught me and came up with a plan for me and said, "This is what we're going to do." We followed that plan. I passed, and now
Oh.
I've taught thousands of people basically that plan tweaked here and there and added things here and added things there. And again, we just have tons of, I have a YouTube channel that's free, that we have 20
Mhm.
something videos on there to help you pass
Okay.
this test. Like there's just so many resources that they were given, for people who are visual learners, audio learners, people
Mhm.
who aren't aren't good test takers. Like we have stuff in place to help all those people who, English isn't their first language. Like, we have things in place to help people to give them their best shot at passing this test.
Now, do you guys have practice questions and stuff, or is
We
that
do.
just the hot
We
seat?
do.
Okay,
No,
great.
we do.
Okay.
We sell practice tests as well. And we
Oh,
have 2 free practice tests that anyone can get. 2 free
okay.
practice tests, and then if you like them and you want more, then we sell more practice tests that you can purchase that are cheap. They're
Okay.
$29.99 for a 5-pack for
Oh my
120
gosh.
questions each. Yeah,
Sold. Yeah, that's easy to try to, get your nerves, calm your nerves before you go take the test and all that. So what if
100%.
somebody wants like just full focus one-on-one? Like when do you guys do that?
So every day. Every day. So we do one-on-one tutoring sessions. We're usually running to, like right now we're running 25% off all tutoring sessions, so it comes out to 75 an hour.
Okay.
We have 4 tutors. There's me, which I'm gonna basically help you from the beginning till the end and to get you to understand what qualified mortgages are, what Fannie and Freddie does, right?
Mm-hmm.
High cost, high price, right? I'm gonna get you to understand that, then you have Celeste, who she also will help you understand information, plus she does test taking. So she's the one,
Okay.
if you're a bad test taker, you're probably going to want to do a one-on-one with her,
Yep.
right? Then we have
Yep.
Jen, who does mortgage math.
Okay.
She does mortgage math. So if you're struggling with math, which a lot of people do, Jen's the
A
person to go
lot.
to. And then we have Jack, who does mortgage math and arms. So like
Wow.
we have something in place. We also have a grid guide, which Jen does classes and tutoring on the grid guide. It's another thing of material that we sell. So again, we have all those things in place.
Yeah, I think your secret is the product with your grid. I'm hearing everybody talk in the group about the
Yeah,
grid.
grid
That
and guide,
is
grid and study
yes.
guide. I like the 2 gold, and we came out with the study guide April 1st, and the success since it's come out with that and the grid combined is
Mhm.
just it's really been really successful. So I'm
Now
proud of
is
it because when you make something, I'm like, I don't know if this is
yeah.
gonna be good. Like,
Mhm.
spent all that time, and then just to
Yeah,
actually now seeing the success that it's had is just like, all right,
absolutely.
it's
It
worth it,
works. It works. Yeah, and I'm sure you update it and everything, but has anything changed a
We
lot
update it
from
every day. I update it every day. I mean, if there's an
God?
update that needs to be done, I don't wait to a certain period. I
Hmm.
immediately update it and put it
Okay.
in. So now everybody who
Wow.
purchased it has all the now new updated information.
Okay.
Things changing like crazy in this industry.
Absolutely. Even in the real world, when you're a loan officer,
Even
it
more.
changes.
Yeah.
Well,
Guidelines. It's crazy.
that's a different story
That's
because it changes about the
yeah.
rate. That's
Yeah,
totally a different
100%.
story. But so if this is just for the national test, right? So what about the state tests? Like,
Well, for the state, it's all you have to really do is, so you do your 20 hours, right? Then you have to do additional hours for each state, depending on what state you're getting licensed in. My example, I'm in New York, so it's 3 extra hours that you have to do. All right. So you do them 3 hours, and then you have to take like a test after you do them 3 hours, but it's super
mhm.
easy. And you
The
can
state
take it as
test
many
is
times
super
as you
easy.
want. It's like when you do your continuing education, you have to always do a test at the end. It's the same
Hmm.
thing. And you could do it as many
Okay.
times as you want, and it's not hard. It's the national
Wow.
test that's what you gotta that's the hurdle you gotta get over.
Yeah, I hear it's pretty hard. Do you think each year gets harder and harder, or is it people just not getting into having the right education or the right class to try to pass?
I haven't seen it get harder and harder. I mean, I've seen it pretty much the same as far as people coming in and out of my group. I
Okay.
mean, most people pass it who come through my group. So I don't think this test is hard if you don't study hard for it. And that's
Right.
the problem, is that people give it 50%, maybe 75%, but you have to give it 100%. If you give it 100%, you study every day, you put the work in, be
Right.
obsessed, right? Be
Yeah.
obsessed. Because if
Yep.
you're
You
not,
get.
then this test isn't like, so many people come in here, realtors, like, and I've done both. I passed, I'm a realtor and an LO, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
I've done both. And the real estate exam is a joke compared to the MLO exam.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
So how many times can you take it if you fail? Like, how many times can you
Okay.
take it
So
within the
you could
year?
take it. So if you fail the first time, you have to wait 30 days. If
Okay.
you fail the second time, you have to wait another 30 days. If you fail the third time, you have to wait 6 months.
Oh my gosh.
And then it
Okay. So
resets.
they
And then it
better.
resets back to 30, 36 months. 30, 36
Okay.
months.
Well, that's good to know. So okay. So, if if you guys want to get started, go to the Study Buddy, the MLO Study Buddy Facebook group, right? Anybody can join, and then they can start studying. So it doesn't matter where everybody's at, or you know what I mean?
Not at
Do you have
all.
start dates? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we have a whole plan. As soon as you come in, you'll get the plan. And hold on, someone's calling me. Yeah. You'll get the plan, and then it doesn't matter where you're at because the plan always starts on Monday. So again, a lot of
Okay.
people, they join up. We have again groups. We have like 30 or 40 side groups. All right, that have 5 to 8 people that study at a certain time every day. So we have some groups that study at 4 a.m. in the morning, then some groups that study at 12
Okay.
p.m. at night, like, or 12 a.m. at night. I mean, people, you have an application that you could fill out where you could join a study group. It's free as long as you have the grid guide and the study guide. And that's
Yeah,
what they're studying. We have plans broken down for them. So it doesn't matter if it's your first time taking the test or if it's your fifth time taking the test. It's going to be the
yeah,
same
I
plan,
did.
same material.
Well, that's good because a lot of people think, the sessions start a certain date, 30 days from now, 40 days from now, or 2 weeks from now. So anybody can just go on and they can start at their own schedule. But I think the
Yeah.
important thing is getting the study guide. You have to do it. Don't do it half-assed. You got
Yeah,
to do it
yeah,
right.
I see that a lot with people who come in and they'll just buy like the smaller product, which is just really for memorization, which is the grid guide, which is a great
Hmm.
product. Don't get me, it's amazing.
Hmm.
But you need to understand the information. And that's where the study guide comes in, is it helps you, it breaks down what a qualified mortgage is, what ECOA does, what RESPA does, what TILA TRID, it breaks it
Hmm.
all down for you. So yeah, it's the combination of both. And honestly, to get both, it's going to cost you like $130 for everything,
Which
so
is nothing
that's a
compared
small
to.
investment. Yeah, every time you fail the test, it's $110.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't realize it was that much now.
Every time you fail
So,
the test, it's $110.
so you're just wasting money if you don't do it right. I mean,
And a lot of people do. I tell
yeah,
people,
yeah.
stop giving them your money. Stop giving them your money,
But
because you
I
don't
think
need
too,
to if you put the
people,
work in.
yeah, I think people just aren't in the right group though, or have the right education or have the right
100%.
information. So I've been so impressed with your group, even just spying on there because I wanted to take my test again just to go through what everybody's going through. And I had this fear, I was overwhelmed, but now it's like, just do it. You've got to get started. There's no restriction. It goes by your schedule. There's one-on-one is the best. I mean, if you want it
Yeah,
honed down, need
definitely.
full attention, just do one-on-one. I believe in true mentorship there too. Just how to get over the fear, get over, the hot seat is great for confidence. So you can
I
start
agree. I
understanding.
agree. I tried teaching people who were in my classes, like, get your cameras on, like, start getting comfortable with being uncomfortable,
Mhm.
right? Because I think that's such a huge step to being a successful LO as well, right? Is
Right,
being comfortable with being uncomfortable, because you're going to be in uncomfortable situations with borrowers, right? So, and that's like what
right.
the hot seat teaches you, like, hey, if you can get through this, you're good to go. Like, like
Gosh,
everyone says, hey, if
yeah.
you could beat Rocky, you're going to beat this test, right?
Yes, if you can pass with Rocky, then you
You
can
could beat
talk to any
Rocky, you're going to
customer,
beat this
any
test.
client.
Yeah,
Exactly.
100%,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, that's
100%. So
awesome. Okay. Hey, so you guys, if you want to get started, go to MLO Study Buddy Facebook group or go to mlostudybuddy.com. All the information is listed below. So don't forget, get started, get the support you want. The group is just, I can't express enough. The group is so supportive, and it's not just the team, your team, it's the community is, nobody is just talking down to anybody. Everybody is just so, hands on, and congratulates everybody that graduates. You guys just celebrate. The group is just so strong. So thank you so
yeah, it's
much.
amazing.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank you,
much
Paige.
for
Thanks for having me. This
giving
was
us.
fun. I appreciate it. This was
Yes,
great.
definitely. So, guys, again, if you want to get started, there's no timeline. You can go with your schedule. Go to MLO Study Buddy group on Facebook or mlostudybuddy.com. And I'll have all my information below too on this. So don't forget, there is a part 2 on this podcast. If you have enjoyed this episode, please make sure you follow. And if you know of anybody that may benefit from this, please share. More episodes to come. As an active mortgage broker and a mentor, if you have any questions and need a pre-qualification or even mentorship, you know where to get a hold of me. All my contacts are below. Thanks for being part of Unpacking the Home Advantage.